We are in Atlanta, Georgia, the home nest for the Hawks. It's an interconference matchup right here. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and courtside, Doris Burke. And this is a one-and-done trip for Dallas before going back to their Mavericks fans.
Let's go, you're up. My time.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard. They're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
Just 4 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Offensive rebound. Here's Nowitzki. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what, it's going to be a good day. And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
The captain's checked in for Jeff Teague. Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Jameer Nelson. For Atlanta, they come in off the loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the three-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. But they kept firing away from long range.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I thought that was one of the things that doomed them. I mean, you can't stick with something if it's not working for you.
Harris passes to Wright. Wright sets a screen for Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Harris off the drive. Second shot opportunity, and Chandler lays it in. Chandler's got 5 now.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. And the shot's good from Chandler. Mavericks leading by 7. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Wright sets a screen for Ellis. Kicks it to Wright. Ellis outside. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 9.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Feeds to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And again, it's Atlanta.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Harris kicks to Chandler. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They get it again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one comes. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Elton Brand's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Damari Carroll, and Shelvin Max subbed in for Kyle Korver. Dallas also making some changes. Jefferson comes in for Chandler. That's Felton in for Ellis. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. No good from Chandler. Now Harris, averaging 8 points a game. With the teardrop, and there's Felton. That's good on the assist by Harris.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Mavericks on top, up 11. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
This Friday night, February 27th, Nikola Vucevic and the Orlando Magic take on Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks. Live from Phillips Arena. Don't miss out.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. It's been a solid effort by them.
The Hawks trail by 11. On the court for Dallas here in the second. Dirk Nowitzki down low with Brandon Wright. Felton is out there with Jameer Nelson. And it's Jefferson in at the three, the small forward.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Nowitzki dishes to Felton. Just 5 to shoot. With the floater. Atlanta shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there.
Elton Brand always deceptive with his wingspan. Standing 6'9", he's a quality defender at the center position thanks to his 9'2" standing reach.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Dirk Nowitzki has a game that certainly should age well. He said standing in the corner shooting a three ball will never be a problem. It's the preparation you have to do every summer. Once I get tired of that, it'll be over quick. You've got to put in a lot of work at this age to still perform at a high level. A pretty honest assessment, guys.
A great work ethic, Doris, and he holds himself to that standard all the time. Thanks. And for Brand defensively, Clark, a wide frame, and he catches shooters off guard with those long arms.
And you know, he's still a good rebounder and shot maker from mid-range, Kevin. He's no longer the all-star post threat of his younger days, but he's still contributing as a nice role player.
When you talk about the great European players in NBA history, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve, has to be right at the top of the list.
Well, without question. And another distinction, for Dirk is possibly the greatest 7-foot shooter in basketball history. Actually, I think he is. And then with that high release, his jumper is about the closest thing to an unblockable shot as we've seen, since maybe the sky hook back in the day.
Al Horford is checked in for Atlanta. Damari Carroll comes in for Shelvin Mack. Here's Chen. Good D by Nelson.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Jefferson's shot is off.
You mentioned the sky hook. Dirk has actually been working on a version of that shot with his lifelong German trainer. Still tinkering with his game and looking to add to it even now. And he's surely going to be a Hall of Famer. That's part of the reason why he doesn't stop working on improvement.
And that one's good.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
The Hawks trail by 11. Atlanta making some changes. Millsap comes in for Elton Brand. And it's Corver in for Kent Bazemore. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Dallas. Ellis comes in. Here's Chen. Here's Horford. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Well, Nowitzki has a game that's aging so well with his size and touch. He says in the offseason he trains more just on lower body strength than he does on shooting skills, trying to keep that great platform for his shot.
Well, you know, the Mavericks got back into the playoffs last season after missing the playoffs in 13. And this is a team that expects to be a playoff factor. Aside from that one season, they've not missed the playoffs since 2000.
It's Nelson up top, covered by Chen. Ellis, the pass to Nelson. And he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
The shot's good from Chen.
Fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Nice open look, but it's no good. The Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Chen. For Dallas, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Jeff Teague checked in for the captain. Dallas also making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Nowitzki. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Jameer Nelson. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the... And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. And in terms of pace, I'd like to see us calm it down once the third gets started. We shouldn't be in any kind of rush. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
The Mavericks trailing. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Monte Ellis, a scoring combo guard. The highest career scoring average ever, Steve, for a player never to be selected as an all-star in this league.
Yeah, he's always been on that borderline. Some of it, Kevin, has to do with, he's only been on a winning team 3 of his 8 seasons. 2 of those in Golden State, and then, of course, last year in Dallas. But you also think about boy, it's tough to make that all-star team.
And for Ellis, at times he's been criticized as a volume scorer and not a great defender. Sometimes these labels that players get are hard to shake, whether they're true or not. But I think you can see improvement in Ellis's game in both areas. And if he can help the Mavs win big, I think he could be an all-star. Should be an all-star.
You look at Ellis defensively, quick hands, great in passing lanes. And of late, he's done better one-on-one. I think playing for a detail-minded coach like Rick Carlisle has helped him at that end of the court.
From 17 feet out, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nelson outside. Ellis goes in, ripped away. 3-on-3. Here's Chen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. The captain's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks. They have not led for a while, a chance to do so here.
Boy, they'd love to retake the lead right now.
Nelson kicks to Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Off the pick. The shot is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Well, they rolled them in that game, and it was mostly due to the big rebounding advantage they had.
Horford, good.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Mavericks trail by 4. Nelson with it. And it's Aminu in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Yes. Nelson's got 5 assists tonight. Steve just mentioned their rebounding edge in that last game, Clark, and it really was a big one.
Kevin, I mean, they were in complete control of the boards, and there's no question that was the overriding factor in the game.
Here is Korver, averaging 12 points a game. Clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
From that in-between range, they've actually been the much hotter team.
Well, when you make perimeter shots and knock down those jumpers, it opens up everything else.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Ellis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ellis has got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
The shot's good from Chen.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Mavericks trail by 4. Nelson kicks to Aminu. Nelson outside. On the clock. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Again, the Mavericks score.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
Here's the captain, guarded by Nelson. No good from Chen. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. To tie. And Nelson puts it in. Nelson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
The shot's good from Chen.
That mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Nelson kicks to Ellis. Ellis left side. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Then for the Mavericks, Brandon Wright's checked in for Chandler. Felton comes in for Monte Ellis. And Devin Harris. The Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford, he's checked in for Brand. Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. Damari Carroll's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Korver in for Matt. The Mavericks also with the sub. Nelson's checked in on the floor for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki down low with Brandon Wright. Jameer Nelson is out there with Devin Harris. Then it's Felton in at the 3 spot. 11 feet away. A nice shot by T. T's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
The captain's checked in for Atlanta. Then for the Mavericks, Bryson Chandler is checked in for Wright. Aminu comes in for Raymond Felton. And it's Allison for Harris. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He said, guys, for a team with our firepower, we're playing way too tight. We need to push the ball up the floor, get out in transition, and get those easy baskets. We can do this.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Nelson left side. Here's Chandler. Rebound by the Hawks.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Horford dishes to Korver. Here's Chen. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson. Feeds it to Aminu. They need this. And Horford pulls it down.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because you just can't find the range.
Clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for the Hawks.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. They not only lightened the load, the bench guaranteed and actually produced the win.
They sure did. And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the captain. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
For the Hawks, Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Kent Bazemore comes in for Damari Carroll, and Max subbed in for Kyle Korver. Dallas also making some changes. Jefferson comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Here's Nelson. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Here's the captain, guarded by Nelson. No good from Chen.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Knocks down the 3. And so the Hawks take the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Al, plenty of battling out there tonight. At what point did the team start to really respond in terms of trying to stay on top of the momentum in this game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, at least we reacted better the second half. This was one of those games that we just had to, will our way to win this.
You toughed it out, Al. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
So, here we are again. You've kept your part of the bargain.
What bargain is that?
I told you if you kept playing like you were, you'd be in the starting lineup. You have, and you are.
In the starting lineup?
Yep.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about, Coach. Man, don't even worry. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm just going to play harder, work harder, and do whatever it is to make this team better.
Good. You can start right now. Now beat it.